how's it going? It is me, Megan, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and a few other platforms, but mostly Poshmark. And here on YouTube, I like to make reseller content. I'll do sold videos, I'll do unboxings, I'll do all that good stuff. So if that is something you guys are interested in, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you guys had a great holiday season. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day today. Finally started my day off by going on a nice long walk. It's been raining a lot where I live, but the sun is actually out today, which was such a nice way to start the new year. And yeah, I'd love to know what you guys' New Year's resolutions are, whether they're reselling related or just personal. Mine is, I feel like, which is at the beginning of every year, just trying to be healthier, you know, move more, eat more vegetables and stuff like that. And then just like, you know, mental health stuff, reading more. As far as reselling goes, I haven't set too many goals quite yet for the new year. I actually really need to focus on cleaning my office. I am in my office right now. You definitely cannot tell by this blank wall, but it is an absolute mess. It's just so full of stuff that I haven't been able to put away yet. And yeah, I've just been gone, you know, gone to Connecticut for a week. We just got back from California for the holidays, or Southern California. I always say California, even though I live in California now. We just got back from Southern California from my in-laws' house. So yeah, got some cleaning to do. But yeah, I'd love to know if you guys have set any goals for your businesses or anything. And yeah, I'm just going to be going over my sales from December. I did have at least a week and a half, possibly 2 weeks, where I had my closet on vacation mode. So there's not going to be too many sales. And things were a little bit slow here and there. When I got back from Connecticut, I actually had a bunch of really good sales, but before I left for California. So that was nice, but I did want to share these with you. I also mentioned last week, or 2 weeks ago, the last time I did a What Sold Sunday, that I sold a mink coat on the RealReal, but I wasn't sure if the person was going to return it or not, because that happens a lot, but they haven't, and I will be getting paid out for it. Again, I think it was like $300 and maybe $20, which was amazing, especially for finding it at the bins and really having no idea what to do with it. Yeah, I'll definitely pick them up in the future if I see them at the bins and they're in good condition. I was so shocked by that, but a great way to start the year, getting paid out for that. All right, so starting December 1st, I actually didn't have any sales. It was a Thursday, so rough start to the month, but the next day, Friday the 2nd, I had 4 sales. I sold this Aritzia red sweater. It's the brand Wilfred. I love the brand Wilfred. It's one of my favorite brands to sell. I will say not all their pieces do as well as others. I have some pieces from Footblots that just really aren't moving. I think a pair of sweatpants, a pair of shorts. They're more stylish pieces, definitely move faster and for more money. They're more like substantial pieces like trousers, blazers, jackets, nice sweaters. Those will get more as well. This I got at Goodwill, so I probably spent like $10 or $11 on it because my Goodwills are crazy. But I really liked it. It was a good color for the holiday. It ended up selling for $36, and after fees I made $26.12. Then I sold this new tag Nation LTD blouse. This was from a Flipblot. I don't know much about the brand, but it was a really cute blouse and it actually had really good comps. If I saw this brand out in the wild, I definitely would consider picking it up again. Definitely I'd run comps first, especially to see if these items are saturated, but yeah, I never heard or sold that brand before, so this was good to get to test out. It ended up selling for $45. After fees on Poshmark, I made $36, and then after flip consignment fees, I forgot to write it down again, but I probably made about $16 on that. Then I sold these Tavernity, I don't know how you pronounce the brand, Tavernity Sew jeans. I saw these at the bins and I looked up comps. I got these at the bins either earlier this year or sometime last year in Portland, and I saw it. It was a very interesting pair of jeans, definitely like 2000s style. I looked up comps and some comps were actually really good, so I decided to try them out. But these have sat for me for a very long time. recently they've been getting a lot of attention, which is kind of weird. Makes me think something, you know, culturally happened, like maybe a TikTok got popular where someone found these jeans at a thrift store and was talking about it, or YouTube, or a celebrity or influencer posted something. Because sometimes I'll have pieces like this that sit for like a year or two, then all of a sudden I have people asking questions about it, people sending me offers, so yeah, very interesting. They ended up only selling for $15, and after fees I made $12. And then I had another flip sale, a pair of Y2K Victoria's Secret pink yoga pants. These actually do kind of well on Mercari. I've sold them a couple of times now, and they usually sell pretty quick on there. Sold for $14. After Mercari fees I made $11.69, and then after flip fees I made $3.99. And then I went to Connecticut. I was in Connecticut for a full week from the 3rd to the 10th of December. But there's not like an easy way, I'd say, that I know of to put your Depop closet on like vacation hold. I think you can email them and they'll do it for you. Also, if you don't go on the app for a while, I don't know for how long, it will like turn your closet off. I'm guessing so they don't have like inactive closets on there. That's happened to me before, where I just haven't gone on because I was on vacation. And then yeah, I clicked on it and it said that they had turned it off temporarily because I wasn't like had activity on it. But I also don't think Depop has like a set amount of time you have to ship something out by. Maybe they do, but I have not like gotten notifications being like, hey, ship a thing out. So I did have a sale while I was gone in Connecticut. My husband actually came back early from that trip, so I had him ship it out for me. I just shot them a quick message and said, hey, I'm away from the holidays. It's gonna take a little while for me to ship it out, but I won't get it out any later than next Monday, like within a week. But my husband did go back early, so I was able to have him ship it out. It was a pair of vintage 90s Coach heels, really cute, really trendy. I got these actually at the bins here in Sacramento, I want to say, up in Sacramento, where shoes are like $3 something, like $3-ish. So I don't always pick up shoes there. In Portland, it just counted with the weight. So it wasn't like a separate price, but $3, you know, it's not bad, especially for a good pair of shoes. These end up selling for $60 on Depop, and after fees, I made $51.47. So that was a nice sale to have when I was off for a week. And then Sunday the 11th, when I got back, I didn't have any sales. Monday the 12th, I had 2 sales. I had another, they were actually both flip sales. I sold this Johnny Was blouse tunic. I was excited to see this Johnny Was piece in this lot. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have tried to sell this lot for somebody. And again, if you're new, Flip is an app where you can sell clothes for other people can sell your clothes. These are clothes I've sold for other people for commission on the app. I was actually selling a different lot for them, and they were like, oh, do you want to apply for this other lot I have? And I saw the Johnny Was piece and I decided to jump on it because I really don't get to sell Johnny Was that often. I've only found it once here in the wild at a Goodwill recently, so I was excited to get to sell it again. It was just like a tunic blouse. It wasn't, I haven't found any of their really pretty like multicolored embroidery, the classic embroidery you might think of when you think of Johnny Was. This was all black. It sold for $108. After Poshmark fees, I made $84.68. And then after flip consignment fees, I made $25.28. And then the other piece was a Ted Baker asymmetric blouse. I like selling Ted Baker. I really like their styles. I don't find it very often, but when I do, like at the bins, I'll probably try and sell it. It's not something I would necessarily pay up for all the time unless I think the piece is like really cute and trendy. This sold for $41. After Poshmark fees, I made $30.12. And then after flip fees, I made $9.62. Then Tuesday the 13th was another no sale day. But Wednesday the 14th, I did have 2 sales. At this point, I had gotten all my stuff that I got in Connecticut when I was there thrift shopping with my mom listed. And I actually was able to sell a bunch of the things that I got pretty quickly, which I was very excited about. If you're interested in seeing the pieces I picked up, I think that was the last video I posted last week. my Connecticut haul, so I tell you all the prices and everything in that, and I show you everything I bought. But the first thing I sold, it was a pair of Judy Blue slim straight jeans in a bigger size, like a size 13, I want to say. I think they do junior sizing, but then waist sizing as well. So I think it was a 1331. It actually sold really quick. Judy Blue, I'd say, does better for me in the bigger sizes. There's some of the smaller sizes, or even like, I guess you could say like the more outdated styles like skinny or cropped jeans, definitely sit for longer and they sell for less. So I was really happy to see this sell so fast. I don't think I've had a pair of Judy Blue sell this fast, so that was really encouraging. And then the other thing I sold was a vintage 90s Victoria's Secret slip dress, really pretty. I got this at the bins, I think one of the first trips I did when we got to Northern California. The bins I go to is in Sacramento. And I love finding, you know, gold label or just vintage Victoria's Secret dresses or slip dresses or anything really at the bins. And it sold for $45, and after fees I made $36. Then on Thursday the 15th, I had 5 sales. Another couple of flip sales, a Patagonia lightweight pair of shorts, men's shorts. They sold for $29. After Poshmark fees I made $23.20. And then after flip consignment fees, I made $8.70. Then a really pretty Madewell midi skirt. Dark florals are great. I really feel like they're, you know, really great for almost any season, even like the winter and the fall seasons. It ended up selling on Poshmark for $40. After Poshmark fees, I made $30.28. Then after flip consignment fees, I made $10.28. And then I sold a pair of Hudson Barefoot Mia jeans. I liked these because they were like a flare style. These also came in a flip lot. I don't really pick up and sell Hudson jeans. I'd probably do it if I got it in a DIY denim box and I liked the style, but even at the bins I don't really pick it up, and I wouldn't pay up for it because I just haven't had the best luck with that brand. I know people at least a year or two ago would rave about the brand. I never had the best luck with it. But these did end up selling for $35. After Poshmark fees, I made $28. And then after consignment fees, I made $12.78. Then I sold this Lululemon men's pullover. I found this in Connecticut. I was so excited. I really wasn't expecting to see it, especially just at the thrift store we were in. I think it was a Goodwill, but I can't remember. But their prices were really high, and this actually wasn't marked up too much. I think it was $6.99, which was pretty cheap for this Goodwill, especially with it being Lululemon. It still had the rip tag, and when I looked it up online, I think it said it was actually from this year, like it was released in January or something, so it was very new. Really cute, men's size medium. It sold pretty quickly. It sold for $89, and then after Poshmark fees I made $71.20. Then another thing I got in Connecticut was this Rebecca Minkoff tassel clip, and this actually came on a different purse. I purchased a Franco Sardo purse, a black leather one, and this was on that bag. And my mom actually saw that it was a Rebecca Minkoff clip, which is a different brand than Franco Sardo, so it wasn't meant to be on that bag. So I decided to separate them and sell them separately. I think for the bag with the clip on it, it was about $7 or $8. The clip sold for $13 on Poshmark, and then after fees I made $8.33. So I've already made my money back for the purse, and then that'll be profit when I sell that. Then I sold this Madewell calf hair sneaker. These I've had for a long time. I think I probably got them in a Goodwill in Portland. I don't remember what I paid. I really like to sell Madewell shoes, especially their leather ones. I've done okay with calf hair ones in the past, but these just have sat for such a long time, but I thought they were so cute. They ended up selling for $39, and then after fees on Poshmark, I made $31.20. Then another flip sale, a new tag Zara tunic. I was surprised this sold. I couldn't find a model photo for it, and I don't really think it was like the cutest piece, and I don't always have the best luck with Zara, especially if it isn't like a really trendy blogger favorite piece. But it did end up selling for $18 on Poshmark. After fees, I made $14.40, and then after flip consignment fees, I made about $5. Then on Saturday, December 17th, I had 3 sales. I sold these embroidered sweatpants, which I think the brand is Salves. SAVS. I don't know if that is how you pronounce it. I got these at the bins. I just really liked the way they felt. I really liked their design. But when I got back, I couldn't really find out too much about them. I do think they're a local San Francisco based company, probably like a small business, but they did actually end up selling. They sold for $19, and then after fees, I made $13.48. Then I sold this pair of Allegria clogs. These took a long time to sell. They were shearling lined. I don't remember where I got them, but I think I got them back when I was living in Portland, probably at like a Goodwill or something. They took forever to sell. I recently relisted them and someone offered me $35 and I decided to accept, and after fees I made $28. And then the last thing I sold on Saturday was another flip sale, a pair of Madewell Alley straight leg jeans. I do love selling straight leg Madewell jeans. They sold for $39 on Poshmark. After Poshmark fees I made $31.20. Then after flip consignment fees I made $11.70. Then Sunday the 18th, I had 3 sales. I sold another flip piece, a Zara faux leather jacket. I do kind of well with Zara's outerwear when I find it, but again, I really want to pay up too much for it. I'd probably pick it up at the bins, but probably second guess picking it up at a Goodwill, especially for the prices that I pay. But this was in a flip lot. It sold for $18. After Poshmark fees, I made $14.40. And then after flip consignment fees, I made $5.40. Then I sold 2 pairs separately of these Mack Weldon Ace sweatpants. I got these in a Mack Weldon like mystery box, I think from Cozy Threads, like earlier this year, back when I was living in Portland. I don't know if I have many pairs of the pants left, but I want to say it was like a 20-piece men's pant box. I got a ton of these Ace sweatpants. I've only sold them once before I got the box, but they sell really well. I've made definitely a really good profit on it. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think each pair of pants cost about $9, and I sold each getting like $30 after fees, a little less, some a little more. So yeah, that's been a good profit. So I sold 2 pairs. They each sold for $36, and then after fees for each one, I made $28.80. And those were on Poshmark. Then on Monday, December 19th, I had 3 sales. I sold these Allbirds high top men's sneakers. I got these at a Goodwill near the bins up in Sacramento, hoping their prices would be a little bit cheaper, because when I find things at that bins with price tags still on it, the price tags are like really cheap compared to where I shop here in the East Bay. But that was not the case. I did not find very many good things there, and the prices were worse than my Goodwill here pretty much. So I didn't get too many things, but I did find these Allbirds. They were a high top men's sneaker. I've been finding Allbirds a lot more frequently recently, which has been interesting. These ones end up selling for $75, and then after fees I made $64.82, and that was on Mercari. Then I had another Mercari sale, a Salvatore Ferragamo mini wallet. I got this in a THREDUP DIY designer box. It definitely was a little bit beat up, and I was kind of disappointed because it was just like a very small wallet, but it did end up selling for $48 on Mercari, and after fees I made $41.31. Next, I sold this Nike full zip graphic hoodie. I've had this for a little while now. I found it at the bins in Portland, where Nike is headquartered, so I did find a lot of Nike back then. But I do kind of well with their like full zip hoodies. I've gotten a lot from my mother-in-law, who was just kind of getting rid of clothes and gave them to me to resell. I don't remember what they're called, but just like they're very basic hoodies with like the little Nike logo on them. Those do really well. This sat for a while, but it did end up selling for $22, and I made $17.60 after fees on Poshmark. Next, on Tuesday the 20th, I had 5 sales. I sold these new without box Steve Madden pink heels. I got these at a Nordstrom Rack like clearance sale thing a few months back. I saw on TikTok that they were doing like a 50 or 60% off their clearance shoes, and I was like, I'm gonna go check that out. I got a few pairs, but I am having a hard time selling them. I'm not great at selling shoes, but I thought they were really cute. This was one of the pairs. I don't remember what I spent on them, but I want to say like maybe 15 bucks. I love the bright color pink. That's still super trendy right now. I thought these would be super cute for like a birthday dinner or something for someone. But they ended up selling for $68 on Poshmark, and after fees I made $52.68. Then I sold this Lane Bryant dark wash skinny jean. I think I've had these for a while. I probably got them at the bins at some point in Portland. They sold for $20, and after fees I made $16. Then I sold another piece that I got when I was in Connecticut. It was actually at a consignment store. It was a Lululemon Down for a Run vest. This was, I think, about $22 at the consignment store. When I looked it up, I think it was from either 2014 or 2015, so a little bit older, but Lululemon vests are really trendy right now. The last comp that had sold on Poshmark when I looked it up was for $99, so I decided to take the chance. It was also a size 12, which is a great size, especially for Lululemon. Sometimes it's really hard to find. But it sold pretty quickly. It ended up selling for $95, and then after fees I made $76. Then I sold this Miu Miu wallet, which was from a flip lot. I was really expecting this to do better, but comps were not great for this wallet. It ended up selling for $38. After Poshmark fees I made $30.40, and then after flip consignment fees I made $11.40. And then the last thing I sold that day was a pair of Beach Riot Sport ribbed leggings. I've had these for a while as well. Comps were actually really good, but I got these maybe last year, I want to say, when I actually went to the bins in Vancouver, Washington, because those were actually pretty close to me in Portland as well. So many bins, so close to me then. Now I have to drive an hour. I should have took better advantage of it, but here we are. These did take a while to sell, but they actually ended up selling for $39, and then after fees I made $29.48. And then Wednesday the 21st, the day before we drove down to California, I made one sale. I sold a bundle actually of two things. A new with tag Free People pair of jeans that was actually from a flip consignment lot. And then something I got in Connecticut was a new with tag Veronica Beard barrel jean. I actually found 3 pairs of Veronica Beard jeans that day, and I was really excited because I'd really never found that brand before, but it was Veronica Beard jeans, not just the brand Veronica Beard. But 2 of the pairs were new with tags, which was really cool. This one was one of those pairs, and it was definitely my favorite pair, so I'm not surprised it sold first. So everything in my closet, all my bundles of 2 or more things are 20% off automatically. So it sold for $183.20. And then after Poshmark fees, I made $146.56. And then after flip consignment fees, I made $122.96. So the jeans that I did buy, I spent about $15 on them, and then that's about as much money as I put into that bundle. So really good profit, about $100 in profit, a little more than that. I was very excited about that. And then I went to San Diego for several days. We left on Thursday, the 22nd. But again, I actually had a couple of Depop sales while I was gone. And it's so funny. I do kind of rarely have Depop sales, but every sale I had on Depop this month was when I was gone. So I actually had one sale on Christmas Day, which was very nice. It was a pair of a Goldie 90s pinch waist jeans. These I also got recently when I was in Connecticut. Got these at a consignment store for about $30 plus tax. They end up selling on Depop for $100, and then after fees I made $79.07. And then the other thing that sold on Depop was on the 26th of December. It was a pair of vintage, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Maurice Francis Gerbard jeans. I found these in a Goodwill in Portland, and the name just sounded really fancy. Comps were kind of mixed, some were really high, so I decided to give it a chance. They've been sitting for a very long time, probably over a year, but they end up selling on Depop. They sold for $45, and then after fees I made $38.42. All right, then we got back from California on the 29th of December, which was a Thursday, and I had 2 sales. I sold this North Face boys extra large jacket, which also I got recently in Connecticut. I want to say I spent about $7 on it. I did kind of go back and forth about it because it was a boys extra large and my kids stuff really hasn't been doing too well, but it was definitely a big boys extra large. Like it definitely fit like a woman's large, probably a men's small or medium even. And it was like a very decent soft shell jacket. I ended up selling for $60 on Poshmark, and after fees I made $48. Then I sold another pair of Judy blue jeans. These ones were cropped, skinny, and a smaller size. I want to say they were about a size 27. These I want to say I got at Goodwill around here. So I probably spent like 10 bucks on them. So that's again why I don't just like, I need to be a little bit more picky about just picking up any sort of jean. Even if I think the brand's good, I really need to focus more on like sizing and style and all of that. But they ended up selling for $30, and then after fees I made $24. Friday the 30th I had one sale. It was a pair of Old Navy khaki shorts, which I could not tell you where I got these. Some sort of THREDUP box, probably one of my bulk boxes from 1 to 3 years ago maybe. I don't think I've been getting bulk boxes for 3 years, but 1 or 2 years ago. But they ended up finally selling. They sold for $12, and after fees I made $7.33. And then yesterday, Saturday, the last day of December, the 31st, I sold 2 things. I sold this Eileen Fisher kind of like heavier knit cardigan jacket thing. I thought this would sell for a little bit more, but I think I saw a couple of holes in it when I was listing it. So it wasn't going to sell for that much. And I think I got this at Savers for like $12. So it was a bit pricey. But I didn't get it too long ago. I think I got it in November. It ended up selling for $32, and then after fees I made $25.60. And then the last thing I sold was a FLYP consignment piece. It was this Zara metallic skirt, which sold after the new year, which was interesting. But it ended up selling for $20. After Poshmark fees I made $16. And then after FLYP consignment fees, I made $7. So that was all of my December sales. I thought I had a few more big ones in there, but I guess not. But that's fine. I did have a few big ones. Those Lululemon pieces, a lot of awesome things that I found when I was in Connecticut, which was great. I have like several bags of things that my sister-in-law gave me when I was in Southern California to sell that she was just getting rid of, so she let me look through it first. A lot of workout wear, which is great for the new year, and some Lululemon pieces, which is great also. I might lot up a bunch of them just because they're a little bit older and I'm not going to be able to find the styles for everything. And they're all the same size, which makes it easy. Same with like a bunch of her Fabletics pieces. But yeah, I am really excited to start this new year. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys have had an amazing holiday season and are ready to start the new year, 2023. I cannot believe it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great time sourcing and selling this week, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!